Matthew chapter number 12, verses number 5 and 6. Or have ye not read in the law how that on the Sabbath days the priests in the temple profane the Sabbath and are blameless? But I say unto you that in this place is one greater than the temple. Yeshua, or Jesus, was further explaining or giving another example about how they completely misinterpreted the Sabbath. He was saying that the priests profane the Sabbath regularly and are blameless. And let's go to Numbers 28th chapter, starting with verse 9. It's talking about the offerings on the Sabbath. And on the Sabbath day, 2 lambs of the first year without blemish, and 2 tenth deal of flour for a meat offering mingled with oil, and the drink offering thereof. This is the burnt offering of every Sabbath, beside the continual burnt offerings and his drink offerings. And in the beginning of your months ye shall offer a burnt offering unto the Lord, 2 young bullocks and 1 ram, 7 lambs, and the first year without spot. And it goes on and it goes on. And do you see how many offerings could be offered up on any given Sabbath? You can ask any butcher. Offering up lambs and goats and even entire bullocks, cutting them up. By anyone's standard, that is considered work. So the priest worked every single Sabbath day. Sometimes, if it's the first of the month, or if it's a high day, a holy day, then even more sacrifices. But Christ said, but they are blameless, aren't they? And he was just going through, just giving them example after example about you have to understand the spirit of the law. The scripture says all things work together for the good. The scripture also says how there's a time and season for everything. And that's the reason why we have to follow the spirit, because what God was giving them in the Sabbath was very simple. He was trying to bless a people that had been enslaved for hundreds of years, day after day, working and giving them a paid day off to rest their bodies and rest their minds and to get into or come into fellowship with Him. And He said, oh, by the way, there's one standing here that's greater than a temple. So many times we are attached to buildings and structures, and we forget about God, who's greater than any building or any structure. Don't get attached because you have a $5 million building, a $20 million building, a $100 million building. That can all be gone. But that which is on the inside, the spirit, is what can last forever. God, we bless you and give you glory and honor. Thank God.